Hello people, I hope you are doing great. Welcome to our channel. And yes, today we are going to learn about tMap. If you are a beginner, let me tell you one important thing. In ETL, T stands for transformation, right? And with the help of tMap component, you can handle 80% of minimum I'm talking about here. Minimum talking here, okay? 80% of transformation you can easily handle with the help of tMap itself. So this is very powerful component and the mostly used component. If you know about tMap and confident about tMap, you can handle any scenario very comfortably. Okay, so let's get started with the video. My scenario is very simple. Okay, before that, let me tell you, you can see that every component, if I just click here, tMap, okay, so here it is written tMap 2 and here it is transformation. How I did that? If you're a beginner, if you don't know, then just click on that component. Okay, go to this component section. You can see here view and there is a label format. So you can provide your whatever labeling you want for this particular component. Every component have this, not only tMap, every component. I have clicked this T file input, go to view and you can just label it. So actually the purpose of this is it increases your job readability. So whenever a unknown person opens your job, he will be able to understand, okay, job very clearly, what exactly happening in this particular job. So it's a good practice, okay? Now, my requirement is very simple. I have a student table. Let me show you a student table. Okay. Now this is my not this is my student table. All right. So student table, very simple records, right? Now I my requirement is that please fetch this record and try to print in log row, okay, in console with the help of tMap. You can directly also do like connect your team file input component to your tlog row and you will achieve this. But my requirement is with the help of tMap and how we can do that. First of all, I have connected my T file input component with the tMap, very simple row, and then followed by main. Okay. And I have labeled this also by double clicking. You can do that. So my input table is present. This is my tMap window. If you have seen first time, the left section is for your input columns, input tables, and right section for your output tables. Okay. Now this is students because I label students for my that connector. That's why it is students here and its respective column. Okay. My requirement is that to print all these columns data with all columns, print your data in log row. So I need output table because you cannot print your data directly from input to log row. You need your output table. But in tMap, that's why we have three sections. This is for your variable creation and transformation things. Okay. So I hope till now it is clear. And now how to create output table. You are able to see here plus sign. Okay. Just click on that. A pop-up window appeared and this is for naming your output table. What do you want to name your output table? And this is only one time thing. If you name your output table and clicked OK, then after that you cannot edit your table name. So, okay, this is one time task only. Like I'm saying table students output. All right. Now I cannot edit this. You don't have any option there. Just click here, click here, click here. Nothing. Okay. So be careful. If you want to change your output table name, then you need to delete it. How you can delete it? Just click on this yellow section. That means you selected this particular table and just cross this. Table gone. Now create your desired again. Okay. Done. Now you can see here small icons, what these icon means. So we will see these in the advanced section and this is for minimizing and maximizing. Similarly, it also have, okay, so yeah, very common thing. Now I want all the columns for my console. Okay, so what I will do, I want all columns of that particular table. Just click on this yellow section and just drag and drop because Talend is all about drag and drop. You will see everywhere this thing. Okay, now click OK and okay, another point. In my output section, I have created only one table. Okay, all right. So when you will right click and go to row, you will able to see only one thing. Okay, so if I create another table also, just click OK. That table has nothing, but it will appear you two row. Okay, so this is also clear. Let me remove this. Okay, now I'm connecting my that output table with my T-log row. Sync column, and now I'm printing my result. So this was the very basic of tMap. How to create output table, what is input table, okay, how to delete, how to add. Now, if you want to add any extra column in your output table, how you can do that? Just click on this plus sign. Okay, this appears. You want down, and just click in this down button. And now you want to name your column, whatever name, like grade, and your data type. You can select here and just click enter. Your new column got created. If you want to remove, just select that particular column and just cross this. Okay. So I hope it is good. Now you see we have only 4 columns and input we have 5 columns. I want this column also to be in my output table. Just click this particular column and then drag and drop. Okay. Done. So this was the very basics. Now next thing is very important. If you have seen other components like T-filter row, right? T-filter row component have very good thing. Like when you will click on the row, it will offer you 2 connectors. One is filter, one is reject. Whatever satisfy your condition that comes into your filter, and which excludes out of your filter that comes into your reject one, right? Similarly, same thing we can handle in tMap also. And how we do that, before coming to this topic, let me show you other basics in topic of tMap. You see here small icon. Just click on this. This is config for configuration, property setting. Okay. See, die on error. This is checked. If I uncheck this, in future cases, if something happens in my tMap, some error occurs, still the job will not get failed. So whenever you want that due to any failure in my tMap, I don't want to end my job. Okay. I don't want to fail my job. Then you can uncheck this checkbox. Look up in parallel, we will see in few minutes. Now, next thing is enable, we will see in few minutes, okay? Okay, temp data directory part, what does this mean? This means that, whenever we fetch huge amount of data, right? So basically our speed gets slow, or sometimes we get issues like memory heap, something like, okay, it is out of your memory heap, basically memory issues. So in order to avoid that, what you can do, you can provide your Talend, your tMap, a temporary location that if it is, you can store this temporary data in this particular location. Like in Windows, we have temp folder. That data gets deleted automatically if we end the task. Similarly, when your job will be finished, the data will get automatically deleted from that particular path. So we need to provide that part from that path here. Okay, that will read similarly that we have in a window for temp folder. Okay, now it is buffered. We will talk in later. Okay, so I hope this is very clear to you. Now coming to advanced one. Okay, so my scenario is I have 2 tables in this Excel file. One is employee table and other one is a student table. Okay, employee table have their employee IDs and their name, their address and year of joining, and they have assigned as a particular sections. And we have student table. Okay, so this employee ID is common in both the tables. I have created both the tables in single workbook only. I didn't create it in separate workbook. And I will be extracting these 2 tables separately using same workbook in Talend. Now, how we can do that? You understand my scenario? I will be using these two table data separately. They are still in same workbook, but I will be using it separately in my Talend job. How we can do that? Okay. So this is my requirement is that print your student table data with their employee name. Okay. Like it is Shivanya, student 19 of section A. Employee ID means the teacher or the responsible for that particular section is 502, and 502 have name Alka. So we need to have in our output table Alka name also. Okay, so basically student detail plus their employee details. We need to achieve this. So how we can do that? please read very carefully, okay? So when I have selected this Excel file, no, Excel file is single only a workbook containing two different sheets. So instead of clicking all sheets, I have selected only student sheet. Student sheet means only this one, right? So if I click all sheet, it will consider both the sheets, but I have unchecked this box and only chosen one sheet, that is my student. And similarly from employees also, I have only selected my EMP, that is my EMP, this sheet name. So you need to provide your sheet name here, okay? And yes, their respective columns in both the table, because both the tables have different columns, okay? So that you need to provide manually. So this is the way you can use multiple sheets, okay, of a same workbook in your talent jobs separately. It is very important, please note it down, okay? Now, okay, what is lookup? Lookup is means that if you want to connect multiple files or multiple input sources with your tMap, okay, the first connector, let me delete this also and delete this also. Okay, so this I connected at the first, like, okay, what happens? This I connected at first time, so it will consider your main row. Main row means primary table, you can say that, your main table. And other files now you will connect, will consider as lookup. So which will connected at first, that will be your main, other will act as a lookup. I hope this is clear. If you add 3, 4 files here and you will connect to tMap, they will also consider as lookup. All right. And when you will click on this tMap, the main table always appears at the top of your left side and your lookups just below its side. Okay, the sequence you are connecting your input sources to the tMap, that will be just getting aligned here one by one. Okay, I hope till now this is clear. So now what I'm doing, these tables have one common field, that is your employee ID. So I will just drag this column from here and will drop in ID section. So it will, here is a key sign. So that means it is my acting as a primary key. Now, after connecting my keys in here, it appeared a red mark. Why? Because it will act as a unique match, because we have connected two tables with same column. So definitely it is searching for unique matches. Now join is left join or inner join, whatever you want, you can do it. And now unique match. What unique match will do? Employee ID, let's check on this. When my first record will get into Talend, this is one, okay, and my employer ID is my primary key. So this employee ID will get searched into this table. So yeah, this exists 502. Okay, so now it will okay, let's see with practical knowledge only. Now, okay, let me just delete this. I hope this is clear. What I did, I have unique match and left outer join. Left outer join means this table, all data will be fetched in. Okay. Now, and here is one extra. Let me just remove this also. And employee ID and employee name, which I told you, employee name we want. And year of joining. In the employee table, we have year of joining this column also. That also we want in a job. So these are from the row 1. If you will click your columns, it will appear in green section. And from this table, I only wanted 2 columns, that is your name and year of joining. So I dragged and dropped here. So this way we can fetch multiple input sources columns in our output. So let's see what our data will be fetched. Okay. So see, all 9 records got fetched correctly with their employee ID and with their employee name and with their year of joining. Correct? Now, please be careful here, okay? What I want, if you have used T filter row, when you will right click and in the row section, you have filter and reject. What does these connector does? What does these connector have purpose, okay? Filter basically set whatever condition satisfy that comes in filter, and which excludes out of condition that comes into reject. Okay, if you haven't used, go through this component. I think I have made a video on it. Okay, so same thing we are going to achieve with the help of tMap only. How? Just create another table, and I will just rename it to reject. Okay, wrong. You know how to correct it. Just delete the table and again create it, because we cannot undo or we cannot edit our table name again. I want same column, so I just selected by clicking on this yellow section and just drag and drop here. Only one column? No, I want all columns. So all columns got here. Okay. Now what I told you that I want in this reject whatever which don't satisfy my condition, that will comes into the picture of this reject. Okay. So now instead of left outer join, I want inner join. Okay. In inner join, what will be the condition? Like, see, if you see here 504, 503. Okay. But here, let me remove 504. Let make 507. So in my student table, 502 is there in employee, 502 is there, and 503 is also there, 504 is not there. Okay. And in my job, I have applied inner join. Inner join means only the matching one will occur. Okay. So what I want, okay, it's fine. Whatever satisfy this condition, that should come in this one, and whatever unsatisfy this condition, that should comes into this reject table. So go to this setting, this gear icon, and here what you can see there are two reject ones. That is catch, lookup, inner join, reject, because we have applied joins here. And if you want to capture rejected records, then you need to convert from true to false. All right. Now we need to just we created a rejected table. That's why we have new row, and we connected with the log row. Let me rename as a rejected. Now run the job. So according to my requirement, 504 students record should be in this particular folder. Now you can see total we have 9 records in your student table. Okay. And that out one table, which is your this one, it only fetched 5 records, and other records got into this reject table. Why? Because I already told you that 504 is not present in your input table, so it should be act as a reject condition. So if you want to apply filter and reject connector, then you can use this by enabling this option as a true. I hope this is clear. Now, what is for this? This option is for what? We have seen this one. Now we will look into this one also. Okay, so let me just revert it. Now I want marks. Okay, if we see marks here, student marks. So we have 82, like we have dynamic marks. Okay, I want to apply a filter here. Okay, yeah, what I did here. You see here, this is an enable disable expression filter. So this is for applying your condition at, like, it will fetch all the records, and whatever condition you will apply here, that will check with your records, and only that record will be in your output table. So row 1 marks should be greater than 85. We'll just apply this. Okay. So whatever records will come in this table, first it will check marks is greater than 85 or not. If it is not, then please ignore it. If it is greater than 85, then only come, then have in this table. Okay, so we can apply condition like this also. Now, I want, okay, greater than 85 will be in this table, but what about other records? So in that case, this is catch, output, reject. So for output reject, this is my output, right? So whatever it rejects, please save in this table. Okay. So first, let's see. More than 85, we have only more than 85, 1 and 2 records. right? So two records in this log row and other 7 records in this log row. Let's see what will happen. Okay, I have applied wrong spelling. So yeah, see, this is capital M and I applied here small m. So don't make it. If it is correct, then it will show you this, this linking connection in orange. So yeah, it's a case sensitive. So 2 records should be in filter 1. Okay, only 1, and this is 4 records. Yeah, because we have removed 504 from employee. Let me just do it. Revert this. Because 504 was not able to have it was not there, so it automatically because of applying inner join, it automatically rejected these 4 records. That's why now running the same record. You understand why only 5 records as output, because we applied inner join and 504 was not present in employee folder if table. That's why now you see 2 records in my filter table, which is output table, and all other 7 records are in my rejected table. See, Anjali, Pradeep, it is marks are 92, 80. Yeah, and others are in this one. So this way you can just apply these use these option also, properties also. Now one thing more. Okay, instead of applying filter here, can we apply filter at another condition also? I'm just applying filter here. Okay, at my main table only. Okay, so how it will work? Let's just see. It should supposed to have same number of records in output, 2 and 7, 2 in correct in our output table and 7 in our reject table. But you will see the difference. Only 2 table, no records in my reject table. Why? See, from student table, it fetched 9 record correctly. Okay, so this is my main table. So while after fetching records, it first checked at that instance only. Whichever records have marks greater than 85, that records will only come into this table. So for because of that only we have two tables only, 2 records only in this table. That's why we were not able to see any reject records. So for that, just remove from here, okay, and apply filter here in your join. So at least it will extract because of removing filter from here, it will extract all of your 9 records, right? And then it will see this condition. And now we have applied condition at this joining part. So disable this one and now enable this one, because we want to catch the rejected records at our inner join. Now you will see 2 and 7 records will come as an output. See, so I hope now you are clear. You are very clear about every point of this tMap. And yeah, it is for minimizing. If you click here, it will minimize your tables. Okay. And when you will click here, die on error, I already told you. Now lookup in parallel. Yeah, it is enabling auto conversion of type. See, whenever you face like mismatch type errors, like due to you are using a column as a string, but it is getting value as a float. So it will throw you an error, right? So in that case, you can check this box, enable auto conversion of type. So tMap automatically will convert your values. Okay, so you can use this option and try. Now, second thing is that lookup in parallel. Let's just check this box and learn this. Let me just add another lookup. Okay, we will not do anything with this lookup, but I want to show you one thing. First, I'm just enabling that option, then I will. So tMap provides you varieties of things. Now, see, I have one main row and 2 lookup. So where you will run your job, then these lookup table data will be fetched one by one. See, first this started, then that is started. Now the number of records are very less. That's why you are not able to see. Let me increase number of records. Okay, just quickly let me update this. So I have increased few records. Okay, I was not having that much time. Now, when I will run this job, you will be able to see that first this lookup extraction will get started and then that started. Okay, so one by one it started. But what I want, right now it is only 96 record. But suppose if there are more than a lakh records, so it will take like very large amount of time. So in that case, what we do, we just go to the setting and look up in parallel. What happens with the applying this option, that both the lookup will start at the same time for extracting data. Okay, let's just see. Earlier, this down one was getting started. Now both started at the same time. Okay, so right now it is very less number of records. That's why you will not be able to say that much impact. You can try on your own in your real application scenarios. Okay, so and let me know what you learned new in this topic and how was the session, because this was the tMap. If you have any doubt, comment in the comment section that you want to have a brief explanation this particular topic also. For tMap only, I'm talking here. Okay, then I will surely go for that also. I hope you like the video and you learned something new. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.